Everything you need to know from week 14 for fantasy football part 2. Gonna cram in everyone whose stock went up or down this week. I said a few days ago in my playoff kicker defense video that the Houston Texans were the Brandon Aubrey of defenses. They are the #1 defense in the NFL. Aubrey was higher than what he marks in most experts, but he's still vaulting up my ranks after 27 touches, the clear featured guy on a team with a defense that will put him in great position to score and run the ball. Nothing changes for Chiefs players. This is just a great defense they went up against. Shedeur Sanders is moving up. He has everything that I talked about a couple of weeks ago and before this week, in that he has some rushing upside. He can throw the ball in a high volume offense, and I kind of like his receivers actually. I've been shouting out Harold Fannin Jr. since the preseason. He had his best game as a pro and has been the clear favorite target for Shedeur. I have him way higher than most experts in my tight end ranks. Curious exactly where I rank everyone in the NFL, by the way, go to my site fansports.com. Tony Pollard is another riser. He was epic this game against the league's toughest rush defense. It was a very big anomaly of a game, but this is a guy that I liked a lot preseason as a sneaky buy low. Finally, the Titans have some life in their offense. Redemption game for T. Higgins as well. Maybe most interesting is how he out-targeted Jamar Chase 11-8 this game. Number 7 wide receiver per game last year was a league winner for guys like me and others last season. We're back to having this Bengals offense be a fantasy goldmine. So every single guy that you have here, Chase Brown, T. Higgins, Joe Burrow, all automatic starts. Every single tight end that goes against the Bengals is a must start now. Dawson Knox and Dalton Kincaid both had great games. Even my daughter could get 90 yards and a touchdown against the Bengals defense at this point as a tight end. This might be the nail in the coffin game for Kenneth Walker owners, hoping that he would be an every week starter. Charbonnet had more than double the yards on fewer touches, and again, Kenneth Walker needs to dramatically outperform him in multiple weeks in a row if he's actually going to become the clear RB1 in this offense. This is a clear 50-50 split. I've been saying it since the preseason. I still think Kirk Cousins could be a sneaky start if he gets Drake London back in the next couple weeks, so I'm not quite ready to downgrade him. I mentioned Shaq Besh for a few weeks, but this is finally the game that he broke out as the Raiders' best receiver. 6 targets led the team as well as his 50 yards. Nothing spectacular, but I still do like the Raiders' offense for receivers. This is a high-volume offense with a bad defense, a team that plays from behind, and you know that I love volume for receivers in fantasy. I'm upgrading RJ Harvey slightly. I had him above where most experts had him because the Broncos had the friendliest RB environment according to my AI projections preseason and throughout the season due to the great defense and offensive line. But I'm downgrading Troy Franklin. This is the second straight week he's looked like the third receiver on this team. You just can't trust any receiver that much, even Cortland Sutton, and I think he's a guy you could drop at this point. I never had the Rams wanting Kyron Williams to be fresh for the playoffs. I'm not actually downgrading him, but I am upgrading Blake Corum. He was in my crystal ball this week, and he had a huge game where the Rams featured him more than ever. I was wrong about Devontae Adams this year, but he is touchdown dependent, so he will have games like this where he doesn't get a big yardage total, and without the touchdowns, it's pretty empty. Hope you guys stay steady on Puka Nacua like I advised the last couple of weeks. I've been bullish on Michael Wilson. I will have him as a top 10 receiver in any game where Marvin Harrison Jr. is not active, especially PPR leagues. I'm not going to keep talking about Jacoby Brissett. I've been saying ever since he's a starter, he has one of the best situations in the NFL. I am buying Luther Burden as the best receiver on the Bears as long as Rome Odunze is out. He could get even more looks in the next game. Just know this is a run-first offense that likes to spread the ball around. Jaden Reed is now the guy in the slot for Green Bay. I hope you didn't pick up Dontavion Wicks. I told you not to overreact to that. Don't forget to check out fansports.com. I'm really excited about this start-sit feature that I'm building just in time for playoffs to help you guys win your leagues. Thank you so much for spending a few valuable minutes of your day with me here. Stay learning. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.